Kia ora whanau, welcome to Wāhine Wavelength. I'm Rebecca Robin, and this is Jackie Simons. Welcome to the podcast. How are you?
Yes, good evening, Rebecca. It's lovely to be here.
So let's start close to home. Who is Jackie outside of meetings and mahi, and where do you find joy these days? What do you do with your personal time?
It's really hard to say what I do with my personal time because there's so many different things. And when I had to think about the answer to this, and I thought, I have something in my life today from every different phase of my life.
That's awesome.
So I studied natural health. I got a diploma in clinical herbal medicine. I still love to make ointments. I still love to grow things. I love to grow food. I love to grow herbs and flowers, and that came from that era. But then I was thinking about, well, what else? And it's like, I have music. I have music from every era of my life. So I have classical music. I learned to love classical music when I was a child. And I flattered with some really amazing people in my 20s and early 30s. And they introduced me to different artists at different times. And that formed a big part of my growth as well. So music is a big part of it, and I listen to all sorts of music.
We do love music here.
Yes, yeah, we do. And along with that, I spent a lot of time dancing. I did Sarok dance, but then later on I damaged my shoulders. So later on, my son introduced me to house music. So I moved from more classical dancing and went to some doof doof. And I still like to doof doof in front of the fire on a winter night from time to time. Yep. Yeah.
So you're I'm gonna have to speak a bit closer to you because my mic's not working.
So closer.
But yes, your first public singing moment was with me at the Wilson Gala. What was going through your mind at that moment?
Why did I sign up for this? That's what's going through my mind. I often think before I go and do something out in public, I just, have a little, I say a little prayer, and it's along the lines of, don't let me make a dick of myself. So before I went up there, I just said, don't make a dick of yourself, Jackie. Don't do that.
Wonderful.
And then it was like, why did I sign up for this? And then, it was like, it felt like the most natural thing to be there. So it was fine.
You're definitely made for the stage. Definitely. What else have we got here? You've been a strong protector and nurturer of our local environment, and you talked about growing plants before, including Swiss Street Gardens, which I'm personally grateful for because it's in my area. What motivates you to care for these spaces every day?
I think that it's difficult within our community to have, where there's a shortage of resources, for sure. And there needs to be connection between different things and information, and it's a big task to make sure that every group knows what's available, every group knows what another group is doing. It's a bit of facilitation going around those different groups and talking is handy, but we have an amazing community throughout this area with different things that is available in the community.
Well, it's a really thriving community, that's for sure.
And I'm blessed because I get to go and visit people, and sometimes it's hard. Sometimes it is hard, but
I imagine it's a lot of mahi.
It is and it isn't. It's not like going to work 9 to 5. It's I'm doing something I love as opposed to I do choose to do this now.
Yeah.
It's and I do enjoy doing it. So it's not work. If you enjoy doing it, it's not really work.
I love that. And so you're a powerful example of a mana wahine in action. What does it mean for you to show up in local body as your full self? Like, you're really authentic, and I notice a lot of people, they put on a suit and they sort of pretend that they're someone else, but also bringing your age, your voice, and your perspective. How do you see that contributing to decolonising local leadership as in not just having it the same stagnant people. No offence to anybody.
No offence to anybody. I think it took me a wee while to appreciate the skills that I had acquired throughout my life. And I think that it is common for a lot of people, not only women, men as well, to think that they don't have abilities, that they can't apply for different jobs, they can't stand for public office, or they can't go and volunteer somewhere because they don't think they have the experience.
Right.
But when we do sit down and have a look, if you've had children, if you've raised a family, if you've done a budget, if you've grown vegetables or painted your house, if you have sung along to the radio or danced with your children, you have something to offer in your community. And it's a matter of finding those gifts that we all have, because we all have gifts. It's a matter of finding those gifts that we have and taking them into the community and sharing them and helping other people to grow and move forward. So if you're sitting at home and you're thinking, wow, I don't have anything like that, I'm going to tell you now that you absolutely do. Everyone has something special to bring to the community to make it thrive and to make it grow.
It's such a wonderful message, and it sort of ties into the last serious question.
Well, serious question.
Then we have some lighter ones. I was like, what would you say to other Wāhine women, especially older women, who might be thinking that their time to lead has passed?
I'd be saying to those women, if if you're in a position where you're looking and you're going, has my time passed? It means it's time for a new life. And that doesn't mean you have to walk away from everything in your old life. It just means it's time to go, okay, well, what's next? And embrace what's next. And that is actually the best thing that you can do for your own integrity, for your own peace of mind, is actually go, no, I'm going to try something new. Go and try something new. Because what's the worst that can happen? The worst that can happen is like, oh, well, I can't do that. I'll go and do something different.
Absolutely. That's great advice. Can you tell us a bit about your background, where you're from?
Oh, wow. I was born in Huddersfield in Yorkshire, in England.
Oh.
And I came with my parents and my older brother to Christchurch in give away my age now, 1962 we came. And my parents were, fairly typical British immigrants. They worked incredibly hard. They worked incredibly hard. They absolutely did their best for their children. I wasn't necessarily the best child or young adult, or even, I was a rebellious teenager, absolutely.
We all go through that.
Yeah. But, yes, I sorted myself out, and obviously, okay, you might have to cut that little gap.
Yeah. All right. And so you're from Woolston.
Yeah. I moved to Woolston just on 30 years ago when I bought my house.
Awesome.
And I've been here, 30 years, and very dedicated because I grew up in Woolston as well. So I went to Woolston School, and my kids have gone to the same school. Yes, and all of my grandchildren went to the same school. Yes.
Definitely your community. And what is your favourite place to walk or just to be in nature?
I think my favourite place is Travis Wetland.
That's lovely there.
I try to go there as often as I can, just to walk the loop. I take people there too. And my grandchildren, if I have them, I say, come on, we'll go for a walk around there. They're good. I like that.
So, Jackie, thank you for your voice, your presence, and your power. You remind us that leadership doesn't have an age limit and that local change is personal, practical, and deeply rooted in care. And we're really lucky to learn from you. Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me, Rebecca.